Yurt Jimmy Gang, the Army, the Navy, the Unstoppable. Welcome back to another video with your guy, man. Listen, I'm going to start the video off. I'm going to keep it a band, but I'm going to be a man about mine, bro. I apologize. I came with some misinformation. I was wrong. I was on Twitter surfing, doing my research before I made the video about Joe Budden. I was wrong, gang. He did not get smoked out by Caesar Penna and his brother. Like, they had nothing to do with that situation. I was wrong, like I said. But I'm back to do this reaction because No Jumper got the source. No Jumper found out that hit was actually sent from Tax behind the wall. Now, they got proof, bro, so we're going to jump right into it. I ain't going to waste too much time. Shout out to No Jumper. Shout out to No Jumper, man.
Wow. So it looks like Joe Budden had a brief altercation inside of a club over the weekend. The rapper turned podcaster acknowledged he did get punched in the face, but said it wasn't a big deal. Over the weekend, Joe Budden started trending on Twitter after rumors started circulating that he was jumped in the club by some supporters of Taxstone. But Joe jumped on Instagram Live with Queen's Flip from his podcast, was a co-host on that podcast, to clear the air about the rumor altercation. I saw the tweet like Joe Budden just got jumped,
Yeah, and I got the full story too that happened.
Woke up and saw this.
He got jumped?
Why he got his tongue out his mouth? You good?
That's just like a still.
Why do Flip got his tongue out his mouth like that? That's pause, Flip. Put your tongue in your mouth, brother.
Oh, he is looking it. Oh,
What the
f was that?
Why, bro?
Freaky ass.
Joe ain't
nigga.
never beating the allegations now. That was Flip.
No.
He don't even want to show his face.
Never believe the internet. Come on, puppy. Never
He got sucker punched, supposedly.
He always claimed That's his favorite line.
Exactly. Niggas came up to you, you knew it was static.
Nigga cock back and sock
Thought that they were gonna punch you, nigga.
But then that's all you
Damn, they talking mad loud over the joint I'm trying to hit. Who is these people, man? I know Suspect. I know Flacco, of course. Who's this other joint over there? I never seen it in my life. My mouth is like train tracks, like the spaces, like not braces, the spaces in between them train tracks, like goddamn.
So look, so I spoke to people who was actually there, and I spoke to people who's involved, right?
Yeah. Oh, okay.
So here's what happened. So I just made a post too, Mikey. If you can go to our most recent post on the situation, right? So when Joe was on $1 million worth of game, Joe Budden called Taxstone a worker. Wait, don't play it yet, Mikey. Right? So Joe Budden called Taxstone a worker. So Taxstone took issue with this.
Taxstone did work for another company. Taxstone had his podcast, and his podcast was under a corporation, so he worked for the corporation. What's wrong with that? Like, why niggas hate to be called workers? Nigga, I just came from work, nigga.
That Barstool $2 million worth of
Yeah, right? So Taxstone took issue with Joe Budden calling him a worker. So Taxstone went on Twitter,
I heard.
From me saying, bitch ass nigga, big manipulator, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
Joe Budden then came on his podcast and told Taxstone suck my dick. So since Joe Budden said,
yo, Joe be throwing the SMD around like he from the Bronx, like that's a New York thing. We throw the Frank stand at everybody. Oh, at the slightest sign of disrespect. Oh, you disrespecting me? Nigga, I'm gonna hold you disrespect. Throw the Frank stand. Somebody. You know what I mean?
Word suck my dick.
So my day.
Stop responding back to Joe Budden.
So my day.
Taxstone hasn't referenced Joe Budden, and apparently Taxstone has been sending goons at Joe Budden because this is the second altercation that Joe Budden has been involved in the last 30 days with Taxstone's goons, right? Okay. Now, the man who punched Joe Budden, name is JJ, right? He's Taxstone's goon. So,
but Joe Budden didn't confirm that. Why do you say that?
That nigga sound like just a goon. Like, that's literally what he got going on. Like, Taxstone's goon. Like, nothing else. JJ
said he did it?
JJ did, yes.
Okay.
Oh, JJ admitted.
Snitched on himself.
Yes. So look,
he had to get the clout for it. He had to get the clout for it. JJ couldn't pop on Joe Budden and not get the clout. Nah. He had to get the clout. That's why he snitched on himself. He want to be in there with Tax. He want to be in there with his big homie.
If you swipe real quick, right? So look,
but he about to get his big homie some more time. Like, you can't be sending hits out game.
Mikey, please, right? So look, you said, yeah, bro, like, so look,
This is
He
JJ?
said, yes.
That's JJ.
Says,
okay.
I beat him dolo.
We getting into these fights.
We ain't jumping free Taxstone. Next slide, Mike.
I beat him dolo. We ain't jumping free tax. Bro, you definitely snitching on tax, bro. Is this ratting? This not just self-snitching, because if he sent you to go do that, you snitching on him too. Like, Tax is trying to act like he don't know nothing about it. Like, niggas like, yo, chill out, Tax. Why you doing that? He like, nah, I don't know what you talking about. But this nigga out here, free Tax. I just beat on that nigga. Like, come on, bro. You hot. You hot.
Then he says, look, so can somebody read that? Because I can't read it.
When a worker could get a boss touch,
Insinuating.
that's tough.
That's
Yeah.
tough. And
Insinuating.
emojis.
Yeah.
Because Joe Budden called Tax a worker, so now he's saying, oh, we touched you, though. Oh, he got you touched, though. You just making him hot. You want that man to do, I mean, he already doing like 35. How much you want him to do, 60?
That Taxstone got Joe Budden touched.
Right.
Because Joe Budden called Taxstone a worker. Yeah. Next slide, Mikey.
That was.
Who gave you the game, though? Rest in peace.
Tax could suck my dick.
Whoa!
Yeah, okay, all right, easy.
Get all the praise. Easy one.
Flip flops.
Easy one. What are you gonna do?
Green flip flops.
With the
that
leg
was killing
flip.
me.
Tax could suck my dick. Whoa!
Nah, he do look wild fruity while he's saying that right in this joint, though. Why you gotta look so fruity while you say that?
Okay, all right, easy.
Don't need.
With the green thong slippers on. Nigga, Joe think he on vacation. Bro got green thong slippers on. Flipping his foot, talking about some. That's crazy, bro. That's
Yeah.
Tico.
Come on.
Right.
Let real quick, though.
Toes out.
That's just
Little shorts.
I got
Little
it.
wide
Some
shit with
type
your
of
knees out and shit.
some way.
Come on, bro.
You
Stop.
telling someone to suck your dick.
Yeah,
Guys
stop.
0-2.
Pause,
Come
nigga.
on, man.
Next time he'll try to send somebody bigger and strong. Don't need.
Wait,
He
can
got a
we
mark
zoom
on
in?
his
Can we zoom in
face.
and
He got a
see?
mark on
Is
his
that a
face.
black eye?
So they say he got a black eye.
Or is
So
that
it's
just
a
ring?
mark.
Next time he'll try to send somebody bigger and strong. Don't
It
need.
do look like he got a mark.
No need for dramatics. Guys 0-2. Next time he'll try to send somebody bigger and strong. Don't need.
I pause.
No need for.
So then, and on Twitter, my guy called Zip with the drip, who's like Taxstone's like close homie, and he posted, Taxstone, call off the Wolves. Taxstone responded back with, I don't know what he's talking about, Zip. You feel me?
Of course. As he
Yeah,
should.
okay.
Smart.
Right? Yeah, man.
Yeah.
So this.
That was hot. Even responding, I don't know what you talk about, Zip. Like that, you shouldn't even respond. I don't know why Zip would write Taxstone call up the Wolves, because you know that can get him in. But hey, man.
Taxstone beef and Joe Budden beef has now spilled over in the streets.
Okay.
As it should. As it should.
Yeah. So what do y'all think about now?
Bro, who is she? Talk about as it should. Bro, who is she, bro? Who is she? Like,
Taxstone is crashing out for a second time.
I don't think he's actually crashing out. I think that, like, just, like your idol, academics, that he talks a lot of shit on these podcasts. When people see you in the street, like we talked about the last time I was here, it's a different story. You can disrespect people all you want in this safe space, but if whatever I say here, I gotta be prepared to back that shit up in the streets. It
That's
just
a fact.
is what it is.
that's a fact, but who are you? Where did you come from? Like, what is this person's name? I'm looking at her grill. Like, I don't like her grill. But she not lying about some of the stuff she's saying. You do got to be prepared. You can't be out here slipping and you know you be talking crazy about everybody. Especially you, Joe Budden. You in all the spots.
You know what I'm saying? People want to be controversial. They want to talk they want to get they viral. They want to get they clicks. They want to tell people to suck they it out. And you a worker and da-da-da-da. There's consequences for that.
You could call a nigga a worker. It shouldn't be consequences for saying the truth. It shouldn't be consequences for saying the obvious. Like, nah. You should. Joe Budden should, for all that SMD, you tell a nigga SMD, you better be prepared to take his or be ready for him to pause, try to take your life. You know what I mean? Because
You know what I'm saying, Flacco? It is. And the thing about it is that I kind of like it. I ain't gonna lie. It's kind of like podcast versus podcast, and it's real shit spilling out because that's how life goes.
But Taxstone does not have a podcast. Taxstone hasn't had a podcast for years. He's been behind the wall for years. What is she talking about right now? What is she? She just talking because she got a mouth. And her mouth is ugly. I don't like her mouth. It's disgusting.
Shit, it's not just sitting here
Yuck.
and talking to a mic. It's being in them streets too. And you in them streets, people you disrespect, you gonna get slapped up.
Yeah, you're gonna see. Well, you're gonna see people.
Yeah,
You know,
and most
however-
likely get slapped up.
Unless you know how to defend yourself, or unless you got security, or unless you got niggas with you, or
This is
whatnot,
this
or
is
whatnot.
deep though. Deep though. Cause then
Can we get a zoom in on her grill? Yeah, her grill is not good. Not good at all, my boys. That's not what you want. That's not what braid and griddle and rocks and... Bro, I ain't gonna lie, her mouth look crazy. Her mouth look disgusting. No.
wasn't Joe Budden on Taxstone's podcast and then Taxstone kicked him off?
I would just,
Yes.
I would,
Right? That's what I'm saying.
Since
So
then,
this
they
goes,
made wait, right?
but they got cool
Since
again.
then, yeah, they were cool. They stopped being cool when Joe Budden went on $1 million worth of game and called Taxstone worker. Listen, man, like
Okay.
niggas got this weird thing with the word worker for some reason.
Yeah.
Nigga, like,
But Joe Budden's a worker too.
well, no,
Joe Budden has had jobs as well.
Yeah, that's what. So
Like,
what is the word worker? What was that? Was that supposed to be?
owner of State of the Culture at Revolt? Was he an owner of that
No,
franchise?
no, right?
Okay, so-
But Joe, though, in his statements on $1 million worth of game is when I was trying to get into podcasting and learn a business,
Yeah.
I wasn't trying to like learn from Taxstone. I ain't take no game from Taxstone because my goal was to have a network. So
And I can respect that. I can respect that. That's just, we can't.
He- that's not cap.
Yeah.
Like, we know obviously, Joe right now is I look at him as the pod father, like the pioneer of this podcast thing, at least to us black people. Like, he was one of the first ones early on the internet doing interviews, doing this, doing that. So I ain't gonna lie, I get what he's saying. He was looking up the Combat Jack and all of them trying to get real game on how to run a podcast network. He didn't want to work for Combat Jack. He never signed his podcast over to no network. You know what I'm saying? He did do a Spotify deal, which is a little different, but you know what I mean? But anyway, man, Jimmy Game, we're gonna get off this nasty. I ain't gonna hold y'all too long. I just wanted to get into this real quick. My boys, what y'all think about that, man? Taxstone sending hits from behind the wall. Like, that's nasty. Like, it's unnecessary if you ask me, because that's not gonna help you with your bid. It's not gonna help you come home no sooner. It's only gonna have you locked up longer away from your family, but and stopping your privileges and all that. They're gonna be all in your cell searching, see if you got phones, how you making hits, how you doing all this, how you communicating, how you on Twitter all the time. You know what I mean? But Jimmy Gang, I'm going, man. I see y'all in the next one. Like I said, I apologize for the misinformation saying that Caesar and his brother had or Caesar sent his homies and goons. That's what I said. But I really did think that Caesar sent his goons. That's what everybody was saying. But I was wrong. I'm gone.